Hey there, my name is Nathan Tessmann, aka MC Wheels. This is my good friend Rachel, who I've challenged to do a day in the life of MC Wheels with a bunch of challenges and tasks, and we're about to have a chat and see how that went. So the first challenge that we did was a phone challenge, and we had to tape your arms up and your hands for you to experience what it's like to have some muscles and limbs taken away. How was that?
Took me a long time to write a text message, and I think it ended up sounding German.
Because you had to use your nose, and you don't often do that, so that would have been quite tough.
No, not often at all.
Right. After that, we did a jumper challenge of you having to lay on the floor and try and put a jumper on in my fashion, and you seem to be very frustrated with that.
I was very sweaty by the end of the exercise, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was annoying. Your patience levels are impressive.
I wanted to challenge you to ride around on a skateboard, because obviously I'm on a skateboard outside of my wheelchair pretty much 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
Yeah, that was a tricky time. I felt like I was going to face plant every time I turned a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Or every time I did
had a couple of stacks.
Swivel.
You had a couple of stacks, but you got back on the board and kept going. And then you did well out in the markers, out in the concrete to, you know, weave around and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you did really well with that. Yeah.
Thanks.
The biggest challenge I think was to take you in the electric chair out in public for you to experience, obviously, you know, pathways and roads and uneven grounds and all that sort of stuff, which I think was probably the most scariest part of it all. We took you in the van. You had to sit in the back of the van for a bit. That wasn't, you know, for too long and stuff, but obviously it wouldn't have been that comfortable and fun.
No, not overly.
But it was good for you to experience what it's like for people in that sort of, you know, regard who have got to do it day to day and all that sort of stuff.
For sure.
Yeah. So the scariest part was you had to drive around in the electric chair on footpaths. How was that? You had a couple of little scary little moments.
That was frightening. Yeah, I think when I lost control I thought that I was going straight, and then I lost control going down that driveway.
Because the weight of the chair just started to slide.
Yeah, and I think it had been a little bit rainy, and there was some flowers or whatever on the ground, and it was super slippery, and I completely...
You almost slid into a bin. Yeah.
I think I did slide into a bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That was frightening. As I said, I think if 177 kilos. If I you know, took a wrong turn and that landed on top of me, it would hurt.
Yes. So then after that, we went and took you out in public for you to eat at a restaurant, and obviously for someone to feed you as they have to feed me. How was that experience?
I didn't love it.
Okay. Yeah, clearly you didn't. Yeah. When we were there.
I think not only, you know, people, you know, looking at you is not a nice feeling. Mm-hmm. But also being ready for another bite, and whoever's feeding you not also being ready.
Yeah, not being as fast. Yeah. So even though we are friends and mates and all that sort of stuff, you do support work as your full-time job. So how has this experience, you know, broadened your mind on people with disabilities and the work that you do with them?
Everyone who's going to be caring for somebody should really spend a day in the life, whether it's, you know, sitting in the wheelchair and feeling what it feels like to be driven around, or you know, just trying to do the things that you do. It's given me a whole new level of appreciation for you. I don't know how you're so happy all the time. I think stepping into your shoes, it was frustrating. As I said, I think at one stage I felt like I was close to tears, just out of frustration, because things weren't, you know, happening quick enough, you know, I couldn't do things as I'm used to. So
I think you're right. I think it's good for people to experience it, and I'm glad that we were able to, you know, come up with these challenges and tests for you to experience it. And
I'm sure they won't be the last.
No, definitely not. So I really hope you guys all enjoyed it, and hopefully if there is anyone out there that's watching this as a support worker, you might want to give it a challenge with your own clients.
Spend a day in the life.
And see how it goes. So thanks so much for watching.